Life is slowly returning to Mosul's old city. 2.5 years after a devastating battle left it in ruins, some houses are finally being rebuilt. ALAA EDDINE's home was partly destroyed in an airstrike. The damage was less than 60%, and so he qualified for a rehabilitation project run by the United Nations Development Programme. He's grateful for the support, but blames the government for the slow pace of reconstruction and the lack of services.
We live in injustice. Our country is rich. We have oil and countless blessings, but it's not in the hands of the citizens. Why is it only the organization who are coming to help us? You, the government, I ask you, who brought this failed, corrupt government? They are thieves who were put in power. They didn't do anything for us.
And still, the family is lucky to soon have a roof over their head. Some parts of the old city remain leveled to the ground, the result of a relentless campaign of coalition airstrikes. The Meydan area is where ISIL made its last stand in July 2017, and since then it has remained virtually unchanged. The biggest obstacle is not just lack of funding, but also disagreement over how it should be rebuilt. Some officials want to open it up to private investment, while others want to rebuild it in a way that preserves whatever is left of the spirit and the architecture of the old city. Residents whose houses have been completely destroyed are entitled to government compensation, but less than 5% of the 33,000 claims submitted in this province have been paid out so far. This family lost their house in an airstrike. Since then, they've rented this rundown apartment in East Mosul. Last year, the government finally agreed to pay compensation, but only a third of what they paid to construct it just 5 years ago. And even that money has yet to be processed.
When this paper was issued, we were shocked. We lost our house, we lost the furniture, and we cannot do anything. And I understand there is no benefits to appeal. It will cost more money. Whatever they told me, I will accept. This is our fate.
Nineveh's new governor, the third person to hold that post in just 2.5 years, admits the government made mistakes.
The stifling bureaucracy has affected the pace of construction. Yes, the funds that we received are insufficient to meet the needs of the province, but unfortunately many of these funds were also returned to state coffers because of bureaucracy.
The mounting feeling of neglect is reminiscent of 2013, when thousands protested in Mosul against corruption. The government violently crushed the demonstrations, paving the way for ISIL's rise. People are no less angry now, but they say they are too exhausted simply trying to survive. Simona, Foltyn, Aljazeera, Mosul.